Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer. Let it be. Let it be.
Benjy?
Hi, yes.
Weren't we supposed to have a Zoomcast now?
Sorry, Rani, you are right. Just
yes.
this whole working from home thing, I completely
Yes, exactly, the working from home thing. So,
yes.
Hello, Benjy.
Nice to see you, Rani.
Hello, Benjy Portnoy, Senior Director of Solutions Architects at Aqua, and our Chief Meditation Officer, right?
That is correct, yes.
And I'm Rani Osnat, VP of Strategy at Aqua, and we're hosting another session of Working from Home with Aqua. So,
great to be here.
Well, to each his own, yes. Great to be here, great to be there.
With you.
Haven't seen you in person in weeks, but there you have it. So Benjy, what are you seeing when talking to customers and prospects? What are they doing right? What are they doing wrong around cloud native security?
Thanks, Rani. That's a great question. So if I compare today, when we talk to CISOs and security teams, I would say 2-3 years ago, there was still a lot of evangelizing and education that we did, helping our customers understand what are the risks and challenges as they migrate the applications to a microservices method, and the associated challenges around security that come with that, whether it's around the tools that they're using, the methodologies, processes, best practices. There was an assumption, I would say an incorrect assumption, that those traditional tools and techniques could easily be adopted to a cloud native world. And I think today—
What specifically though?
What's that?
What specifically?
For example, if we take something as simple as complying with regulatory compliance, things like vulnerability assessments that have to be done. If we take PCI DSS as an example, the tools that are being used to comply were not actually having access, or they were essentially blind to the cloud native infrastructure. So customers had all these assets, and they were not necessarily being identified and definitely not scanned by the traditional tools. And now there's an understanding that, that is kind of a challenge that needs to be addressed if organizations are going to comply with these different regulatory compliance standards. The tools and techniques and methodologies have to be there in place to address this.
And, when you look at the more advanced customers, the ones that are kind of further ahead in their thinking, what makes them unique? What's going on
working from home, so working from home has its perks.
Well, it is past 10 a.m., so I guess we're okay. I'll stick with my coffee. Well, at least that's what you think it is.
Sorry, Rani, you were saying?
I was saying, yes, what are customers that are more advanced in their thinking doing that's different? What do you see as the differentiator between those who know what they're doing and those that are kind of struggling with it?
Yeah, so I think customers are embracing the kind of the DevSecOps journey as a way to foster collaboration within the teams that exist. So for example, we take the DevOps teams, security teams, GRC, compliance. As customers are designing, baking the security into the processes throughout their pipelines, it's a great opportunity to really use that information and really leverage the information that may actually exist in the organization, but may not necessarily be exposed. So for example, if the DevOps teams are building out their cloud native applications, they're building the infrastructure, their CI tool, the orchestrator, the registry, that's a great time to actually get security involved and have security help understand what are the challenges and ensure that the existing security countermeasures and controls that are in place will actually be also adopted to the cloud native journey. And I think we're seeing the more mature customers that we have actually have a cloud, either a DevSecOps role or a DevSecOps group. And they're there to help ensure that conversation takes place. And ultimately, I think this is a great opportunity for customers who are starting out on this journey to embrace, shifting the security left. And I think actually the security posture of the cloud native applications can greatly be enhanced if you start out early on in the process.
So, Benjy, I recall a couple of months ago, you told me about a customer who thought that antivirus is a sufficient, or anti-malware is a sufficient measure to protect cloud native applications? How did that conversation go?
Yeah, thanks for reminding me of that, Rani. So there is definitely there's kind of a misunderstanding of how traditional, anti-malware, antivirus tools can address cloud native. Typically, if you take a traditional antivirus product, what they do is they'll run on the host, and they'll look at what's happening on the host and look for malicious activity or malicious payloads. What's happening with cloud native is that you need to have, in order to be able to identify what's running inside your cloud native workload, be that a container or a serverless function, you need something that's actually inside that container or inside the function. Being at the host level will not give you the rich visibility into the actual behavior of what's happening inside that pod or inside that container. And that's really what is required here. And I think there is, as the market evolves, we are beginning to see more awareness around that. But definitely when a customer says to us, we don't need cloud native security, we have our traditional antivirus or anti-malware product, they very quickly understand that isn't really going to address the risks that are within the cloud native application itself.
Right. Okay, thanks, Benjy. Stay safe, drink moderately, and and see you soon, I hope.
Thanks, Rani.
Bye.